Howdy folks, how it's going? Just having a quick catch up here on the funky, the Jester King funky brew. Just having a quick look at how it's travelling. It's now been in the fermenter. The ferment started on the 2nd of June. Come out of the fridge on June the 8th. It did 6 days at 24 degrees. And then it's been sitting here on the garage floor ever since. So 8th of June, so it's five weeks now since then. It had a gravity of 1008 on the 8th of June. The keg's sitting there. I've not added any pressure to it. It's just got the pressure. It's at the own pressure it's created. It's sitting at about 6 psi. Was just enough to get a glass out. So it's not carbonated. But I just wanted to get a little bit of a taste. I pulled a little sneaky one off about 2 weeks ago. Just for curiosity's sake, but this is a bit more of an official. it's as official as it can get. Progress on the brew, because what I want to do, the initial plan was to let this go for 3 months before taking anything off that keg. At that point I was just going to take a couple of bottles. And then every sort of 3 months I was going to take a couple more bottles. It's only a 9 litre, no, that's a lie. There's 15, I think there's 15 litres in the keg. 13 litres in the keg, according to this. So, yeah, so the idea is to just take a few bottles every couple of months, and that should then get us into the point where the Brett will start to work its way into this brew. And get us some real funky stuff going on. I'll put a link up the top to the actual brew day, which will go through the culture and exactly what I'm sort of trying to achieve with that at greater length. Right now I just want to get a taster, because I have had a few people comment. I got on the Milk the Front Facebook page to have a bit of a look around there and get a bit of a idea of, just see what other people are doing that, because I've never done a funky beer. I really didn't know what I was doing. I've gone in blind. Okay, I'm just getting a reading there, that's alright. And a lot of people were suggesting that up until 3 months they can get quite a nice little easy drinking beer, good beer out of it, without waiting for that funk to kick in. So I'm sort of taking that little sample a couple of weeks back, and it was quite nice. But here's another one. Now there's nothing on the nose. Okay, that's getting a little bit of sour on it now. It didn't have any sour note on it on that little sample I took 2 weeks ago. So 5 weeks in, we're getting a little bit. And it's only a little bit, but it's definitely starting to come on. 2 weeks ago, it was just a real light, fairly plain sort of a beer. That I sort of put in the category of what table beer. It was sitting at, I think, on the gravity at that point. The gravity then was 1008, which is, look at this, I think it's possibly still where we're at. I don't think we've really moved from there. Whether we've hydrometers always going around the other side. Actually no, I'm going to put that at, I'm going to call that 1005. So I will stick that in while we go. So there has been a further drop in the gravity. which ties in obviously this little bit of sourness that's starting to just come on. So got a surprising amount of body for the gravity. 105, you'd expect it to be fairly dry, and it is dryish, but it's more a light body than being dry. It's a little bit of haze there. You can see there on the sample in the hydrate tube there was quite clear. There's obviously just put a little bit of muck from the bottom of the keg, which is not, again, not a surprise. It's fermenting in there, so there's going to be some crud on the bottom initially. So right now, 6 psi. So at the moment we're sitting at 3.7 ABV. So she's still light, but it's now pushing into that mid-range where it was, on that first tasting I did, was sitting in that more in the lighter range at 3.3. So she's ticking along. I expect over time we're going to get bone dry. We're going to get 998, maybe 996, which will get us number 7, say we get another 7 points of gravity, we'll get 4.4, 4.5. So we're going to get somewhere around 4.5 to 4.8% ABV, I think, on the finished beer, which I'm quite happy with. So anyway, guys, I know there's a few of you sort of interested in following how this progresses. I would have liked this to have had some gas in it to sort of lift it a little bit, but it's just a sample. But even as that is right now, that would be quite a nice beer to keg or bottle as it is, carb it up. That would be a lovely, fresh, warm day palate cleanser. Certainly would work as a classic lawnmower beer, that's for sure. Just enough sourness there to give it some interest, but not enough to make it a challenge to drink. But goes down easy, it's fresh, clean. So anyway, guys, that's where we are. I'll do another update when we come to, obviously when we get to 3 months, and I'll do some, and I'll bottle some up, and I'll do another taste then, see how we're going. So stay tuned if you're interested. Comments and questions down the bottom if you got them. Other than that, all the Patreons of the channel, guys, cheers for your support. Helps me to do stuff like this, to drop some money on these different yeasts and play around and have a beer that's going to sit here for 12 months or more without getting too much drinking done. If you're interested in Patreon, there's a link down the bottom. If you're subscribed to the channel, thank you. If you're not, hit the subscribe button. And one way or another, give me a thumbs up. All helps. But anyway, guys, that's me. Jester King Funk time. It's progressing nicely. So, till I see you again. When we brewing beer, drinking beer or talking beer, good brewing.